Have you ever wondered why some people work relentlessly for hours without getting ahead, while others seem to change the world in just a fraction of that time? Why do some have an unstoppable drive, while for others it's merely a passing wish? Napoleon Hill famously said, "What the mind of man can imagine and believe, it can accomplish." But here's the real question. How can our mind believe in one goal when it's constantly distracted? Today we'll dive into the philosophy of Napoleon Hill and explore 3 powerful principles that will show you how to focus completely on your work and shift from living an average life to achieving extraordinary success. Chapter 1, The Power of Clear Purpose. A purpose so clear that distractions simply don't exist. Have you ever really thought about this? Our minds are pulled in a million directions every day. Notifications, deadlines, messages, social media, and the demands of others. Everyone is asking something of us. But have we stopped to ask ourselves what we truly want? Napoleon Hill said in Think and Grow Rich, "There is no hope of success for the person who does not have a central purpose." What does this mean? It's simple. If your life lacks a central purpose, you can wander aimlessly, but you won't reach where you truly need to be. Our minds are powerful and complex, but the greatest strength of the mind is its ability to follow direction. Without a clear target, it becomes directionless. Much like Google Maps will show you roads, but you can't reach your destination until you enter a specific address. Now ask yourself, do you have a clear destination for your work? Or is it just about making a change someday or achieving something grand? Your mind needs clarity. It needs to know where it's headed, why it's headed there, and when it needs to arrive. Until the why is clear, the how will always remain out of reach. When Steve Jobs said, "Focus is about saying no," he wasn't just talking about time management. He was talking about clarity. Jobs had countless ideas, but he rejected hundreds every year to stay focused on what truly mattered. He had a vision to turn technology into art. Every time a new opportunity presented itself, he'd ask, "Does this align with my vision?" If not, the answer was always no. This clarity made him a visionary, not just a businessman. And it's this same clarity that empowers anyone to focus fully on their work. We often struggle with concentration, but the truth is, we lack direction. When the direction is clear, focus follows naturally. Imagine an archer preparing to take a perfect shot. Their eyes are fixed on the target. The crowd around them, the wind, and the noise don't matter. Why? Because their focus is solely on one point. Now, picture if that archer was told, just shoot anywhere. Could they hit the target with precision? Number. There is no target, and this is what we do every day. Our minds are like arrows, but we don't give them a target. Napoleon Hill once said, "Definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement." He studied the lives of thousands of successful people, including Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, and Andrew Carnegie. What did he discover? Every one of them had a clear purpose. They thought with intention, made decisions based on that purpose, and lived their lives with a singular direction. Henry Ford's purpose was to make affordable cars for everyone. Thomas Edison's purpose was to bring light to the world. Andrew Carnegie's purpose was to revolutionize the steel industry. Now imagine if these men had just thought, "I want to do something big." We probably wouldn't even remember their names today. The clearer our purpose, the more focused and at ease our minds become. The mind fears ambiguity. When it doesn't know where to go, it falls into stress and procrastination. But once it has a clear target, it generates instant energy, and that energy drives motivation. A Harvard study found that people who write down their goals are 42% more likely to achieve them. Why? Because writing down your purpose transforms it from an abstract idea into a solid commitment. Let's introduce a practical technique I call the focus anchor. Every morning, take just 2 minutes to ask yourself, why am I doing this task? If you're a student, is your why just to pass exams, or is it part of a greater vision? If you work a job, is your why limited to a paycheck, or does it lead toward a long-term goal? Write this why down on a small piece of paper, or keep it in your phone's notes. Whenever distractions come your way, be it phone calls, messages, or minor stresses, refer back to your why. It will become your anchor, helping you return to your true purpose. Imagine if every day you kept your why in mind. Every task becomes meaningful. You're not just typing code, you're building the foundation of your vision. You're not just studying, you're shaping your future. You're not just running a business, you're creating a legacy. Purpose transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. It makes mundane tasks feel meaningful. But here's an important point. Purpose isn't a one-time decision. It evolves. Your purpose today may be different in 5 years, and that's okay. Growth means refining and expanding your purpose. Napoleon Hill said, "A quitter never wins, and a winner never quits." But there's a deeper lesson here. A winner never quits because they know why they're fighting. They have a reason, and reason is what gives strength. With a clear purpose, distractions fade. You stop comparing yourself to others because your path is unique. You stop overthinking because each day has a clear agenda. Purpose doesn't just teach focus, it creates it. Chapter 2. Mastering the Mind. Make your mind your partner, not your servant. Have you ever noticed that we start each day with the resolve to avoid distractions? Yet within a few hours we're back in the same cycle. Phone in hand, notifications piling up, and our minds scattered. That's because we forget. Our minds are not our servants, they're wild horses. If left uncontrolled, they'll run wild, leading us in every direction. Napoleon Hill said, "You either control your mind or it controls you." This is the essence of this chapter. You must become the master of your mind, or it will take control of you. Our minds are not machines, they're gardens. Whatever thoughts you plant in them will grow, good or bad. If you don't plant positive thoughts, negative ones will grow automatically. Your mind will never remain empty. It's up to you whether you plant seeds of faith or fear. Each morning, your mind is like fertile ground. If in the first hour of your day you sow seeds of gratitude, clarity, and focus, your day will be productive. But if you immediately grab your phone, check messages, or browse the news, you're feeding your subconscious mind a dose of confusion and negativity, and that sets the tone for your day. Napoleon Hill discussed autosuggestion, the practice of giving your subconscious positive commands every day. He said, "The subconscious mind accepts any orders given to it in a spirit of absolute faith and acts upon those orders. If you constantly tell yourself, 'I can't focus, I'm always distracted,' your subconscious will begin to make that your reality. But if you tell yourself, 'I am in control, my mind is powerful,' your subconscious will start working in your favor. This is mental programming. Thoughts are things. Every thought is a seed that over time becomes your reality." Chapter 3. The Fire of Desire. Without passion, focus is incomplete. Have you ever seen someone's eyes light up with a spark that others simply don't have? It's a fire that tells you they're not just wishing for something, they're living for their dream. Napoleon Hill said, "The starting point of all achievement is desire. Every great achievement begins with desire, a burning passion that turns ordinary thoughts into extraordinary actions." But here's the truth. Focus isn't a skill you learn from books or courses. Focus is an emotion, a deep, intense feeling that only arises when there's a burning desire inside you. Without that internal fire, what's the point of trying to concentrate? Remember Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb? He didn't just fail 10,000 times. He said, "I didn't fail 10,000 times. I just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Can you imagine someone trying 10,000 times and still smiling? Only someone with an all-consuming obsession could do that. Edison wasn't just working on a project. It was his purpose. Without it, he couldn't sleep. That fire inside him pushed him through every failure. Desire is the fuel that powers focus. Without it, no system, no matter how powerful, can function. Desire keeps that fire alive, but it needs faith and action to materialize. If you want to fuel your desire, start visualizing your goals every day. When you imagine achieving your dreams, your brain treats it as a real experience, releasing chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, which align your actions with your vision. It makes success feel effortless. Visualization isn't just a passing trend, it's backed by powerful neuroscience. Create a vision board with images of your dreams, your ideal home, car, stage, or the look of pride in your parents' eyes. Every morning, look at it and repeat, "I'm focused. I'm moving closer to my goal." Repetition will make this your truth and strengthen your desire. Remember, desire fuels not only big dreams but also small milestones. Celebrate every victory. Each small step releases dopamine and your brain starts aligning itself with your purpose. Celebrate these wins. They keep your fire burning. But desire alone won't get you there. It needs faith and action. Napoleon Hill said, "Desire backed by faith knows no such word as impossible." When desire is paired with faith and action, it becomes unstoppable. Now ask yourself these 3 questions every day. 1. Do I truly want this, or am I just following the crowd? 2. Am I willing to make sacrifices for it? 3. Could I live peacefully without it? If your answer to the 3rd question is no, then congratulations. You have a burning desire inside you. Remember, focus doesn't come from techniques. It comes from emotion. When your heart burns with desire, your mind naturally stays fixed on it. Your purpose gives you discipline, and when your mind becomes your partner, nothing can stop you.